And even though Anita Baker isn't singing a duet, Crystal, what should happen is when we realize what God has given to us, it should make us sing, Miss Maggie, something back to God. The third verse of the song says, everybody's got opinions about the way this story is going to end. Some folks feel it's just a superficial thrill. Everybody's got to think again. Okay, so you might not sing, but what I'm trying to get you to see in that part is just as that once we realize what God has done for us, that there should be a response of worship from us. That we should recognize and realize the goodness of God towards us, and we should let it be known that because I recognize I didn't save myself, I recognize that I didn't bring my own self into salvation. I recognize that my works were not enough to allow me to enter into the holinesses of God, because I recognize that I don't deserve the grace of God. I don't deserve the mercy of God. I don't deserve the favor of God. So what I'm going to do is, God, in return, I'm going to give you the best that I've got. That I'm going to live my life in a way that honors you so well that those around me will recognize that I am not doing the things that the culture says, but there is something about this kingdom that is different, and this kingdom that we are a part of is not a part of this culture, but it is here to influence the culture, so the culture can recognize that the kingdom of God gives a love that is different from what the culture says, that the culture might cancel you, but God never cancels you, that he says that his love is enduring. And when we worship God with our lives, it brings people into the kingdom of God, into the love of God, into the place where they can understand that it is by grace that you are saved. It is not by works. You and I can't be good enough. We just receive the gift of grace that God has given us because God says, I'm going to give you the best that I've got. We should respond with, I'm going to give you, God, the best that I've got. God, because you've been good to me, I'm going to be good to others. Because you've been so merciful to me, I'm going to be merciful to others. Because you have been so gracious to me, I'm going to be so gracious to others. For those of you who've never experienced the grace of God or who've never needed the forgiveness of God, y'all can leave now. But for those of us who needed the grace of God, for those of us who have done everything wrong and God still says, I'm going to make you right, then you understand what it means that you are only alive not by works but by grace. And because of that grace that he has given me, I'm going to give it to you because I needed it and it got me here, and you needed it and it's what's going to keep you too. So I'm going to give you a worship that is not just a song, but it's my life poured out like a drink offering across this kingdom, so that people would get to see that God's love is for them.